Portrait and figurative artist Tricia Kaman has spent much of her 50-year career balancing her time in the studio with her time running Kaman's art shops, the largest art, photo, and specialty merchandise concessionaire for theme parks and zoos in the United States. Her interest in art was sparked in the classroom.
It all started in kindergarten. I couldn't wait to get to the easel, and it was a new experience for me. I loved it, and I was very shy, but I built up the courage to ask my teacher if I could have a turn the next day.
Encouraged by her mother, Tricia's love of art continued to grow. She grew up near Sandusky, and on family visits to Cedar Point, she found herself drawn to the quick sketch artists.
I went, when I was 15, for an interview to work on the Midway doing portrait sketches. And of course, I spent every summer at Cedar Point for 5 years after that, sketching people, lots of different people. And I loved it so much that I thought, you know, this is what I want to do, hands down, no question about it.
You can pick Tricia's work out in a crowd of portraits. There's always a calm in the sitters, you know, in the subject's face. She creates an aura.
What I found when I was doing the quick sketches at the parks, each person that sat there, just, I didn't know them, but I felt something, you know, a connection when I did their portrait. And that's what I was hooked on.
Tricia eventually moved to Cleveland to focus on her fine art career and was soon offered a sketch stand at Geauga Lake Amusement Park.
I got a phone call from the owner of Geauga Lake Park. My former boss at Cedar Point had recommended me for starting up a sketching operation for that park. And since I was new to Cleveland, I didn't have a job. And he offered me the concession. And I said, well, I'll think about it.
She said yes, marking the beginnings of Kaman's art shops. Through the company she built from the ground up, Tricia has impacted the lives and careers of thousands of artists in Ohio and across the country, providing mentorship in the arts, business operations, and entrepreneurship. The seasonal nature of the business allows her to spend the winter months focusing on portraits and further exploring and cultivating her artistic curiosity.
I think the one thing that people really should know about it is that she's really hands-on. I was impressed when she told me that she believes on being on the line, being present, so when she would have people, the kids, drawing, she would always be out there too, drawing with them, and that's important.
I'm always excited to learn new things and new approaches, even how to see something differently, and then some of the techniques, and I bring them back to my studio and just practice, and would give me a focus and refuel my enthusiasm for the work. Yeah, I love to learn, and I like to pass that on